Presence. Before a webinar comes in, or when the title of a webinar comes in, over those coming days and weeks, or whatever time period is, new ways of working comes in, and really the root of what is in the system comes in. So what's been coming through in the last week and a half and the last days I've been working with is why we're not present in the cells. So if you imagine a cell pure, okay, and this is your spirit within the cells. And then the cells have genetic imprints. So they're like shadow imprints of trauma, the ancestral trauma, your trauma. This creates shaking in the system and takes up a lot of energy, almost like a spring that's been pushed down, and there's a constant pressure. And this constant pressure keeps us out of presence. It keeps us out of why we don't want to go into the cell, or what information is blocking us from dropping into the cell. So how to work with that? Spirit brought in a new way of working, which is beautiful, because we're here for the experience, and we have these experiences because we need these experiences on a soul level. And that's what we chose. So it's not just a matter of taking that experience out of the system. That's not enough. It's about learning, growing from that experience. So what I've been guided to do is first connect with the cells, with all the information within them, including in the DNA, including in the bones, in the subconsciousness, and then connect to these shadow information. They're almost like cells of, or crystals of information. And what I've been guided to do is to connect with it and to start bringing up this information up to your Akashic records. So on a soul level, you have the teaching from those experiences and ancestral experiences within the DNA memory fields, without the shaking in the system, without the trauma in the system. So in this webinar, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a state of presence and support your system to release from the cells these imprints of separation, these imprints of trauma from your system on all levels. It's going to go through all the organs, the bones, the subconsciousness, the left and right hemisphere of the brain, the frontal lobe, the eyes, the hearing, the voice, the lymphatic system, the DNA, the bone marrow information, the information in all the joints, and start lifting up this old information to your Akashic records. At the end of it, this is the result: pure presence with consciousness and the growth of these experiences, because you have it in the Akashic records, which is you. So that means that your spirit can fully embody into the cell. This is what we're going to do in this webinar. It's going to be potent, it's going to be powerful, and it's going to change your life. This is the results of this webinar. This is what presence is about, the webinar. As I say, we're going to release the information up to your Akashic records, so your cells remain like this. In this state, you're connected to creation, you're connected to your own essence. If you imagine every soul here, every one of us, have a different frequency code. So what I send out is my own vibrational field. So yes, the universe is playing a music. So I don't know, say the tree sends a frequency to me. When that frequency goes into my coding, I will send out a slightly different code or music than anybody else. It's like a violin. Each violin has its unique frequency, and that frequency is unique to that violin. And if somebody else plays with a different violin, it will be a different frequency. That is you as a spirit. You are a unique code and frequency. So what frequency I send you, you will send it back to me in a different vibration, because you are unique on a soul level. And that is what I'm talking about you coming into your uniqueness, your whole being embodying within the cell, and you playing your own soul frequency to the universe, because that is your uniqueness and that's who you are as a spirit, and that's why you're here as a spirit. So in this webinar, as I say, we'll be releasing the imprints so your spirit can embody into your own violin and you resonate with the universe, and the universe plays that music with you. If this resonates with you, or you'd like to be part of this webinar, it's going to be potent, it's going to be powerful, and it's going to give results. Have a beautiful day. And yeah, it's beautiful to be here with these gifts, and the transformation field is incredible. It's huge, the amount of transformation in the field at the moment and the results we can get from this work. This is the time for total embodiment of pure presence of your spirit, so you can vibrate and play that music to who you are without playing the music with the trauma in it. Because you play the music with the trauma, that's what you get back into your system, and that's what you manifest in your life. So let's manifest heaven on earth in the purest form of creation. The purest form of creation brings in coherence, expansion. So your code of your cells, which is creation, creates expansion outside, and the codes of creation outside creates expansion inside. So there's an infinity of expansion in your vibrational field. When you're this way, it creates disconnection. So let's create that we manifest a greater world, and the world creates or manifests us to be a greater being. It's our time. Enjoy. Thank you.